Okay. I keep talking about the 360-min book of insights as an expedition. And we're all going to put some crampons on, we're all going to acclimate, we're going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. That means a bunch of failures. That means a bunch of exercise and work and exchanging ideas and sweat, you know, a lot of things. But what you're going to learn, the experience you're going to gain, the abilities that you'll have after a little bit of exercise are going to really help you communicate some important things. So right now, I am giving you an example of part of what you're going to learn. I have up here a little GoPro redbox. I have here my tablet sitting on my desk, and you can see that I'm shooting from that. I have here my cell phone, handheld. You could stick stuff in, a window mount. You could put it on a tripod. You could have 4, 5 devices, all that. It's all going to go onto YouTube. We're going to edit it in a bunch of different ways. We're going to edit it on a cell phone, straight from a cell phone, one device. You'll see that in my channel. We're going to do this with multi-cameras or multi-points of view, and all together stitch that into something that is entertaining. Why are we doing this in cell phones? Well, besides the expense, is that there's a real crisis of authenticity. If you've been following much of the world these days, there's so much information flooded on the internet that you don't know what's real and what's not real. So for you to be able to shoot something that's transparent and authentic brings real value to it. And so that's why such an important message needs to be able to be conveyed in such a simple way. And then it ends up being just about the storytelling and not so much about the mechanism of getting it there. Here's a scotoma. You know, a blind spot? Watch one of those lessons earlier and you'll get that. So the scotoma about this process is that we're in a point in history, it's an inflection point on the usage of the internet. See, data has transferred, the abundance of data transfer is now happening with video. In other words, people are telling stories with video and influencing people and changing the pathway of people's beliefs on video. We have a modern day printing press, if you will, with the internet. And I know you're going, yeah, I don't have time for that, and oh my God, it's so much to learn, and that's fine for you, Daniel, achiever, learner input, you can be what... That's why I built the platform. That's why I'm trying to teach you that this doesn't have to be perfect. I used to run around with Michael Leanow and Global Net News and shoot things with $100,000 Ikigama cameras over our shoulder, and now look at this. I got a 3-camera setup that costs less than $500. So you can not only have your channel, but it can be compelling content, and it can be making a difference if you don't go it alone. Big point. Another Scotiana. My daughter-in-law is going to love that one. That's her name. Sorry. Another scotoma is that you can do this alone. Oh yeah, I'll just do it in my garage. I can't. Angelina's over there. I couldn't be pulling this off without a partnership with her in business. And you can't do it on your own. Even if you've got a nice little man cave or a place to hide out and you got the tools, you're going to get beat up with the rejections on social media and everything else. So the point is that if you want to be able to do this, tell your stories, influence people, and make a difference with what your life has created to find significance, then come on, let's use some of these devices we got hanging around and yeah, be part of the Chevron. Come on. contact me. Subscribe to the channel. Toes in the water. Come on, man. Let's go. About and forgot about. But I think it has to do with you've paid a really dear price for some of those lessons. I know just one, oh yeah, that'll be okay. Cost me over $400,000, and you don't want to do that again. So think about the price of some of your lessons. Those things need to be passed on to your grandkids, and you can't just do that by sitting down and writing a book. It has to be like, again, the Everest, like doing it with a chevron of geese, doing it together, see? So, wow, when you pull your face down like that, you're obviously going to make mistakes. You're going to learn stuff, right? Because we start out unconsciously incompetent. We figure out, oh man, I really suck at that. Now you're conscious that you're incompetent. Well, fortunately, if you surround yourself with guys that have been there before, you can become consciously competent, because we're going to help you gain those skills by having the insight. Then you become unconsciously competent, and you're just whizzing around doing what you do and making a difference in the world with your experience and talents and passion, and making a living at it and making a fortune and changing the world. So you can see that I've gone for a walk, and that's because my files need to be defragged and re-rendered, and that's for me to make a point that this process, although you won't die from it, you certainly will age. You're going to spend at least a half hour to an hour per minute just to produce something. So imagine that bedtime story you want to save and tell for your great-great-grandchildren to hear from you. Well, that's going to take you a couple of days after you get proficient. This obviously is me adding something on, which was a reminder for me to say, first look at the lens, look at the camera, not at the picture of your face, buddy. It's not a mirror. Okay, and then also some of the tools that you have to get a handle on are the social media aspects. We're going to cover that in another one, but being able to build all of your audience and build them up and tap into oxytocin and do it, well, we'll go into that in another video. But I want to close this one out, say, hey, thanks. If you've watched the other two, first one on the book Invitation and the philosophy of the whole thing, and the second one was about something. Yeah, I don't remember all that now. It happens. All right, thanks for watching.